yeah. That's like the broccoli, the cauliflower, the Brussels sprouts, kohlrabi, all that kind of thing. And they have really strong fibers in there. But if you can break it down, you find that your digestion is on point, then there's interesting effects that can have, those fibers can have of drawing out certain toxins in your body, which we'll go through in next week a little more in depth. So that's one of the main things is there's different forms of hydration, right? You get it from your water, and that's the main place that all of us should probably go to when we're trying to hydrate ourselves, especially first thing in the morning, because our body is in a natural detoxification mode, and it wants to clear out the channels, wants to clear out the piping system. And when you drink water, it helps all that shuttle through. It helps what's called peristalsis. Has anyone heard that word before? That's basically, peristaltic function is helps with bowel movements. So it helps you, shuttle things through. And a lot of people find in society, I mean, like the number one problem is not war, it's not marital issues, it's not financial, it's not education, it's the politics, whatever. It's none of that. It's actually constipation. If you really look at like the root cause of everything, I mean, it's simple. You go to the White House and you think like, or you see politicians, what is like the overall consensus when you're watching TV, if you do watch TV, and you see these people on the podium? Most people are like, this person is full of shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that experience? You're talking to someone and you're just like, you can't help it, but like, man, this person is just full of,
Needs to eliminate.
Full of it, yeah.
Well, we have these interesting sayings in our vernacular and our language system, and I'm starting to notice there's some real technical correlations here to some of these sayings we have. Like, this person's full of, what? It's like, well, actually, they probably are. And that stagnation of your intestinal tract actually causes toxin excretion. It's called autointoxication, where the fermented food that's being compounded on top of each other ferments and causes this off-gassing that secretes all through your body, and especially to the brain. So it's basically people are swimming in their own waste products. It's really what's going on, and they need to release that out. And just to make a quick reference on water and hydration, why is that so important? Two main reasons. One, nature's solution to pollution is dilution. So we live in a very iffy, toxic kind of world right now. And there's a lot of talk about how do we offset the acidification or the acid production in the body that comes from just breathing in air. Now Hawaii is a little different than LA, but we're all contending with it to some extent, right? So how do we help our body naturally buffer these things? Water. Because water will dilute all the acid products in the body. We've all heard about acidosis and getting acid alkaline, that whole thing.
Yep.
A lot of getting alkaline has to do with eating alkaline forming food.
Yep.
Vegetables is the #1 alkaline forming food there is out there. Some of the reasons, the hydration principle, the enzymatic principle, which we'll talk about, and chlorophyll, which is nature's detoxifier. It's basically the blood of plants. And minerals, alkaline minerals.